Wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up. You already know it's 4:30 a.m. Monday morning and it's time to rise. It's time to rise and grind. Yeah, it's time to rise and grind. Listen, one day there was this cop on foot patrol. He actually was on a bicycle. And while he was on his post, which was on a busy corner in the city, he sat there and out of the blue, he heard, bum, 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 hey, get out of the road. Bum, bum, hey, hey, bum, 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 get out of the road. Bum, 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 bum. And he looks out. And there's this little silver car, a little small silver car, and it's just creeping along. He wondered, like, what's that? People are bam, bam, going around the car. Bam, 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 bam. The car is going so slow that the officer gets on his bike, calmly paddles, gets next to the driver's side of the car, looks as the window's down, and he motions the driver to pull over. The driver pulls over, and the officer's looking like, he's looking on the passenger side of the car. He's looking in the back seats. And at the wheel of the car is this little old lady. Looks like she's about 80 plus years old. So she's sitting there and he says to her, ma'am, can I have your license and registrations? Eh? License and registrations, ma'am. Okay. So after some fumbling around, the lady produces her license and registrations. He looks at her license and thinks to himself, wow, this lady is 87 years old. He gives her license back. He asks her, ma'am, why are you driving so slow? Why are you driving so slow? Ma'am, literally, I clocked you at 5 or 6 miles per hour. The lady looked at him confusingly and said, baby, I just followed the speed limit. I just followed the speed limit. And she pointed at a sign. And the officer just cracks up laughing. He busts out laughing because the sign that the old lady pointed to instead said State Road 7. She actually thought that the speed limit was 7 miles an hour. So he shakes his head. He looks on the passenger side of the car in the back seat where there's an old lady on the passenger side and 2 other old women in the back. And they're like, literally they're petrified. So he says to the old lady, ma'am, what's wrong with these other women in the car? What's wrong with them? And the old lady looks at the officer. She said, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Ever since we left church and got off on I-95, they been like that. And the officer busts out laughing because he realized that the old lady must have been going nearly 100 miles per hour. And the ladies were frightened. The ladies were frightened. This is just a case of an old lady misreading the signs. There's always a sign, but how many of you misread the signs? How many of you think things just happen in your life and it happened without warning? It happened without anything that followed or preceded it to give you a sign, and it just happened and you thought it came without warning? How many of you know that she gave you a sign before the breakup? How many of you know that he gave you a sign before he decided to walk out? There was a sign months prior to. There was a sign maybe weeks prior to. There was a sign the day before, and you ignored the sign, or you misread the signs, or you wanted to see something else so badly that you altogether just fool yourself that the sign meant something else. There's always a sign. There was a time he couldn't keep his hands off of you, but now more and more he giving you that Bluetooth love, hands free. He's doing more hours on the job, but bringing less dollars in the house. Things done change. Something just ain't right. And you can't put your hands on it. Do you know that sometimes when you get ill, before you catch a cold, you will feel something, a scratchy throat. You'll feel something in your head, a stuffiness. Your sinuses act up prior to that cold coming, but we ignore the signs. There's a quote that says, I don't trust words. I even question actions. But I never doubt patterns. There are patterns in your life. There's things going on in your life that people in your life show you signs every day, and you ignore these signs. As I said before, you can't ignore the signs. You have to read the signs and take heed to the signs. Assign your thoughts to these signs and take heed to these signs. Reap the repercussions of not doing so. IMTBOE. I make the best of every day. I pray that you will do the same.